Hello and welcome back to another video for the 12 Days of Christmas. It's the Camels of Christ versus the Birds. Okay, I drew a snow-covered land, Gideon, a banner of kinship. Like, the cards are good, but one snowland, that doesn't help me. So I have to mulligan.
A few moments later.
On my free mulligan, I drew banner of kinship a second time somehow, a non-snowland, and the one creature in the deck that needs a snowland to cast it. So I have to mulligan a second time, which means now I'm only going to get 6 cards.
One eternity later.
Okay, so now I got a snow-covered land again, another snow-covered plains, and a regular plains, and a Soul's Attendant. So turn 1, Soul's Attendant. Turn 2, I'm going to cycle the Desert of the True. Turn 3, Venerable Monk comes into play. I gain 2 life, and it's a 2/2. And I'm going to attack with my Soul's Attendant, which, by the way, I gain a life off that. And it is now the Horde's first turn. 3 creatures came into play. I gain 3 life. The Rock Egg is a 0/3 defender, so that means it's not going to attack, because it can't. The 1/1 bird and a 3/4 bird, I can't block because I only have ground troops. So I take 40 damage. So now it's my turn. Path of Ancestry. Tapped. Adaptive Automaton. I'm picking Camels, so all other Camels come into play with +1/+1. Because this is all flying. Oh, actually, I just saw this. It's all flying, but they've got a Rock Egg. I was going to attack with the creatures, but I'm not. Instead, I'm going to gain the life I should have. I'm going to gain the life from Soul's Attendant that brought me. And it's now the Horde's turn. I've got nothing to block, so I'm taking 11 damage. My commander's now in play. 2/4 lifelink. Anytime, whenever they draw their second card, I draw a card. Whenever they attack with 2 more creatures, I draw a card. I use my Path of Ancestry to use him, which means I get to scry for 1 because the Path of Ancestry was used to pay for a creature card. That's the next card. That may be useful that I can gain life or prevent it. No, I'm going to put it on the bottom. I am going to gain my life from my commander coming into play. And then they're all attacking. It's the Horde's turn. 4 cards came into play. I gain 4 life. It's my turn. I'm playing Armored Ascension on my commander. I have 2 planes. I have 4 planes because the snow-covered planes still count as planes. So that now means that my commander... So that means my commander is now a 6/8 lifelink. And what do you know? I'm going to attack with my 6/8 lifelink. The Rock Egg is going to block the 6/8 lifelink. I gain 6 life. The Rock Egg dies. A creature just came into play. A 3/3 bird token came into play. So I gain life from that. And I'm just going to use it upside down as a 3/3 bird token. The Horde's turn. 2 creatures came into play. They're attacking with more than 2 creatures. So I draw a card. It looks like I'm dead. Except I'm going to tap that Path of Ancestry to play a Holy Day. And I survive another round. I'm playing a Combat Medic. It's a 0/2. I pay a colorless and a plains. I can prevent 1 combat damage. But I gain a life off of it. Okay, so here's the thing. My commander's Armored Ascension gives it +1/+1 for each plains, which I now have an extra plains. So it gets +5/+5, but it also has flying. Because it has flying, I'm not going to attack with it, but I'm going to attack with Soul's Attendant, the Venerable Monk, and the Adaptive Automaton. So now it's the Horde's turn. 1 creature came into play, so I gain a life. So they're attacking. I'm going to block the 3/3 bird creature with mine. So they're attacking with more than 2 creatures, so I get to draw a card. 5/9. I actually should have played this first, because I'm playing a Blessed Reversal. You gain 3 life for each creature attacking you. So I just gained 36 life. But I'm taking 19 damage. It's my turn now. I'm playing Adhikar Valkyrie. It has flying and vigilance, and it's a 4/5. I can tap it when target creature other than attack or Valkyrie dies this turn, return that card to the battlefield under your control. So now the idea is that whatever my commander kills off, I'll tap this and take control of it. So I'm going to attack for 5. It is now the Horde's turn. 5 creatures came into play. I gained 5 life. See, now here's the thing. I've actually screwed up because that's a changeling right there. Changelings are all creature types, which means they're camels, which I called for this. So that actually should be doing 1 extra damage. However, that's the card that my Valkyrie is going to block. It's a 2/2. That's a 4/5. It's going to kill it. I'm going to tap the Valkyrie to gain control of it. I'm going to play this. That happens at the end of turn. I gain it. So I'm just doing it now. Okay. So my commander is going to kill off the Gatekeeper back there. I gain 8 life. Now when the Gatekeeper card dies, you take 2 bird or cleric cards from the graveyard and you put them into play. And it's these 2. However, because this is actually going to happen afterwards, the ability here does not count to the current attack. And then because those come into play, I gain life. I gain 2 life, but that's going to happen at the end of the combat because I still haven't finished blocking. Actually, I did finish blocking. I didn't count up what damage I've taken so far. So I take 18 damage. Then I would gain control of that creature card, which because it dies and comes back into play, I gain a life. And then Gatekeeper died, it exiled, those 2 cards come into life. So I gain, those 2 cards come into play, and then I gain 2 life. Now it's my turn. I'm going to play a Holy Armor on the Changeling. It gets +0/+2, and then has pay 1, and it's pumpable on defense. So it's a 2/4, and then plus that, it's a 3/6. That's got Vigilance, that shouldn't have been tapped. Okay. No creatures came to play. Martyr for the cause. The creature comes into play. I gain a life. I use Path of Ancestry to tap for the colorless, so I get the scry. I would actually rather have a creature than this card. So I'm gonna put it on the bottom of the library. Now I know somebody's going, why didn't you just put on that? But I'm gonna kill it off. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna attack. My Valkyrie has Vigilance, so it attacked. The last card to come up, Soulcatcher's Eerie, which is essentially the game, like it's game breaking for this deck essentially, because whenever a creature with flying dies, actually whenever a bird is put into graveyard in play, you put a feather token on it, and every bird in play gets +1/+1 for each feather token. So this would mean killing the birds, and then taking them would still add to this, and they would all get nasty, and it builds up real quick. So I'm glad that's gone. So now it's the Horde's turn. So 1 creature came into play, and it has Vigilance. They're attacking with more than 2 creatures. I draw a card. Okay, so Valkyrie is going to kill off the 2/2. The 2/3 that gives all the other flying creatures get +1/+1. My commander, but I'm going to play Righteousness to give target blocking creature +7/+7. So my commander is going to block this 4/4 because that ability still is on the stack. So it's a 15/17. Which means it dealt 15 damage. So I gained 15 life. That changeling is going to block the priest. So that's 36 damage. I'm tapping it and take target creature that just died this turn and put it into play. That creature comes into play, you gain 3 life. And because of Soul Attendant, I gain 4 life. My turn. I'm playing Angelic Destiny on the Venerable Monk. It's now a 6/6 flying first strike. Human cleric monk that's also an angel. Actually, human monk cleric that was an angel in addition. So now that's not going to attack because of flying. My Valkyrie's going to attack Soul Attendant. Combat Medic is a 0/2, so it's not attacking. I really should be using its ability. And then these 2 are attacking. This still is going to be a tricky game to win. Okay, it's now the Horde's turn. 1 creature came into play, I gain life, and that card is an enchantment that says all creatures you control have Vigilance. So, now, my Valkyrie is going to kill off that creature that has vigilance. Okay, this 3/3 is going to block that 1/1 with double strike. My 8/10 commander with lifelink is going to block that 3/4. And then my changeling is going to block this creature. And then my monk is going to block a 1/1 token here. So I take 11 damage. I can't prevent the damage. I'm going to tap to take control of target creature that died this turn. And put it into my hand, battlefield. It came into play. I gain a life. It's now my turn. Solitary Camel comes into play. So it has lifelink as long as you control a desert or there's a desert in your graveyard. I already cycled the Desert of the True, so there is a desert in my graveyard, which means that has lifelink. And because a creature came into play, I gain a life. Oh, and it's a 3/2, by the way. I'm going to play a Trade Caravan and gain a life because that's a creature. In a Trade Caravan, on your upkeep, you put a token on it. You pay 0, remove a token, you untap land. Remove 2 currency tokens from it, and you'll untap target basic land. Okay, I am going to attack because I have cards with vigilance. So I'm going to attack and kill, and then I'm going to I'm attacking with my Valkyrie, so another token dies. Now it's the Horde's turn. 3 creatures came into play. I gain 3 life. My commander is going to block that 5/7 because that's an 8/10. So I'll block it. I gain life. Actually, it's a 9/11. So I gain 9 life. Chandler's going to block that token. That one's going to block that token. My monk's going to block that token. The Valkyrie's going to block that token. I'm going to tap it to take target creature card that just died this turn. Put in the battlefield under my control. Which, if you didn't realize, it was going to be the 5/7 that has attacking creatures you control have lifelink. A creature came into play, so I got to gain that life. But take 8 damage, and I'm gaining a life, so I'm really only losing 7. I'm paying the 2 to prevent 2 damage. Now it's my turn. I'm playing Indomitable Will on my Camel to give a +1/+2. It's now a 4/6. So, attacking creatures have lifelink from that. I'm going to attack. Because right now, all the creatures are 1/1s. So I'm going to attack with the Camel, Martyr for the Cause, and the Valkyrie because it has lifelink. Because it has vigilance. So 3 of their creatures are dying. It's now the Horde's turn. 1 creature came into play, I gain a life. Other birds you control have vigilance. Considering that I have some birds, I'd like that card, so I'm going to block it with my 10/12. And I gain 10 life. That's going to block that. That bird's going to block that one. Venerable Monk's going to block that. Valkyrie's going to block that card. And that's going to block that. I'm going to tap it to put Guerrero the Wind Lord into my play, which has flying and vigilance. This spell costs 2 less to cast. Yeah, that's irrelevant because I'm not casting it. And other birds I control now have vigilance. A creature came into play. I gain a life. My turn. Paying 4 to give Sarah's Embrace to my Camel. So it's a 9/10. Flying and vigilance with lifelink. And I'm going to play a Glorious Anthem. So they all have +1/+1. You know, because the math isn't difficult already. So attacking creatures get lifelink. Other bird creatures I control have flying, have vigilance. They have no creatures. So I'm going to attack with everything. As you can see, I won. So that's the end of the video, obviously, because I won. As usual, let me know in the comments if you thought I was going to win. I'll say, at the beginning I thought I was going to lose. I didn't think there was a way I was going to win against a deck that's all flying. So it was a Christmas miracle that I survived it, I guess. So thank you to the subscribers who are subscribed already. If you're not, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas. Goodbye.